Oh, yeah, I think I got him. Yeah. Yeah.
Stop spoiling the outcome in the title of this Warno 2v2, thanks. Makes it more interesting to actually watch it in full. I mean, in this case, he is right, but I definitely had a couple games where I put something like NATO is overpowered and they lost. But yeah, I understand your point, and I'm sorry about that. Hello and welcome to this DEF CON 2 2v2 Warno game. Today we're in the qualifiers between MysticSalami and Chinese Propaganda, or at least CHRPropaganda. I could have. There used to be a player called Chinese Propaganda, but I don't know if that because there's no R in Chinese, so I'm not sure. Like what is CHR? I'm gonna have to Google that now. CHR country. Who knows? Who knows? Bangladesh, what? Christmas Island? Christmas Island propaganda? Maybe, maybe. So yeah, we've got a Christmas Island propaganda and MysticSalami, and their team name is WTF is a kilometre, and they're played as the Americans. At least one of them is, and they're up against Belt and Road Initiative, except Belt is a Russian swear word, and they're played by Mikhail Filatov and Pazuzu, and they are playing Pact. So we're on Cyrus. This map's funny because they made it worse. They decided to get rid of all the cover here, nerf the cover here, nerf the cover here. They added some more here, which I do agree with, but I don't understand. And they got rid of some cover here. So basically, MLRS is a lot stronger on this map. And these guys do have MLRS divisions, but they've not opened FOB. So just looking at the deployments, we'll start with blue team. MysticSalami playing second Panzergrenz, so he's going to rush into the town with all his FS Jaeger and Milan too. Whoa. I don't know if this guy's played this map before. That's an extremely optimistic deployment. Basically, these guys. Oh, actually, Mikhail's brings are really weird. Actually, where's his infantry? Yeah. Anyway, they're gonna run into the enemy about here and about the enemy's gonna be here when they get here. I think we'll get to these ones first. That's very aggressive. And we got an M1A1 ACAB going over here. So I don't know about that. That's quite an expensive investment for a flank that you don't intend to do anything on. Spending 290 points, you'd be better off bringing that in mid, helping you guys out. Maybe trying to take this, I don't know. But you're sending it over there where you don't intend to do anything, unless you do. No, you don't. So I would put a cheaper unit there. So over here we got a from 11E stuff. So actually, so 2 Engineers Dragon there. So he is sort of going for that zone. So fair enough. Hawk, which is going here. Fair enough. Mech Rifles Dragon going mid. 2 Panzer Mortars, these 120mm. And they're going to here. And CV going mid. Oh, and a third Panzer Mortar. Okay, so those Panzer Mortars are all from... Yeah, okay, so they're... Yeah, so he's got lots of mortars. Fair enough. I mean, at the start, maybe a bit of an overinvestment, but yeah, fair enough. And then this, yeah, just lots of FS Jaeger and Milan that's going really, really, really aggressively, and I just don't think it's going to work. And it looks like going back here. But if the rest of the units are going to end up over here, surely the luck should be at least here to help them. And a recon helicopter. Switching to their opponent's deployment, we got 35Y for the forward deployed, and so he's deploying Spetsnaz original Pancake. And these guys have a really good rocket launcher. But they're a small squad. But they've got a really good rocket launcher. It's basically like a bad Appalachian. Because the Appalachian is the French one, so it's better. And yeah, Igla, forward deployed Igla, Spetsnaz regular. That's a really weird deployment. I don't understand that at all. So he's driving on the road, then he's coming off the road, and then he's going here. Well, why not just drive down the road to here with the rest of your buddies? Spetsnaz Gru going to the church. Finally, somebody realizes that there's a church here, and religious people can see further than atheists. So, as you can see, church, look how far the church can see. But if you're an atheist, you can only see this far. Church, atheist. Religion, no religion. So he's putting the recon in there, and it does have ground surveillance radar, so it's going to be blocked by this thing, which has a jammer. But he'll still be able to see pretty far. He'll just lose 1 rank of optics. Over here, Mikhail just defending quite passively, given that he has forward deployed units. Recon Helo to the left. And Pazuzu, I just casted a Pazuzu game, and in that game he opened way too much AA, or he had way too much AA at the start, and no ground units, and then he got rolled. But then there was an epic comeback. So you should watch that video. And after that guy said that I'm spoiling things in the title, I'm so sorry. But yeah, you should watch the earlier videos first. I mean, come on, that makes sense. So 4 Cubs, massive over Cub investment, 2 T-80 BVs, 2 Iglas. He really is scared about planes today. And then 2 Razvedka BMP2s going over here. And Mikhail is forced to go it alone. Because these things are just not going there. And neither of these things, or they might come around. So Mikhail's going to find it rough at the start. So SPG-9 to there. Interesting spot for it. There's probably better, given that you're forward deployed. Spetsnaz, another Spetsnaz grew. Conquer's thingy going to that. So, surely the Conquer's with its longer range should be the one that's further away. But actually, I'd have the Conquer's here. BMD2, AA, and CV. And the CV is not shift queued anyway. So we'll cast the game, we'll do it from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and I'd like to take the time to thank the generous channel joiners. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos, and they're giving me the freedom I need to cast these games between, players that are less popular, basically. If I was just worried about views, which I'd have to be, if not for the channel members, then I would only cast games between players everybody's heard of. You may have noticed that's quite common among casters. And there's 2 reasons for that. One is the one I've just stated, and the other one is known players tend to fly over 4 Cubs and die. So he went really deep there. I'm not sure why. It's very, very aggressive. So the A10 is going on the CV, but now it's just getting hosed down by these gases. Brrr. It will probably die if the Igla hits. Yeah. Wow. So, real deep AA attack there, and this guy's in a very tough spot now. He's trying to drive him away. He should have reversed it, because now he's dead. Whereas if he'd reversed it, he probably could have survived. Or he could have kept going, go for here. But you see that What? So what happened there then? He just changed his mind on them all midway, and now he's just put all his guys there, but this is the middle of the map. This is the point you need. This ain't. This is your side. You need a couple units there, but instead there's this massive. The entire forward deployment has essentially been wasted. Apart from I'd leave this Milan here and that FS Jaeger there. That's it. And this here is actually in a really good spot. But that was a big oof there because now they've just lost the town, and like how do they get back in? They also keep flying into these Cubs, which have now paid for themselves. They got 2 planes. Over here, BMP2's getting obliterated. BV's coming in, but this is really sad. All this should have been sent in here, and it was path to do that, but go through, and so he must have changed his mind. And now the forward deployment has essentially been wasted, and now it's going to be a big uphill battle for Blue to get back in here. What they could do, because they've got a CV, is use this smoke, use these mortars that Chinese propaganda has bought here, smoke this corner and get that CV in, and that will stop the tick until these guys buy rocket RT. And he did have these before, so he can do that, but it looks like he's just going to drive in again. This is in a good spot. And yeah, there you go, there's the smoke. So what Red will have to do is run across here. This Lux is in the wrong place. If it was here, then it could shoot the guys as they run across here into that smoke. But it looks like he's not waiting for the... I think he'll be okay. think he'll be okay because the first shell's landing there and he's driving straight into it. I was just worried about this getting him. So BMD2 could be moved up to here. So SPG9 could be moved up to here. It is always good to have 1 or 2 ATGMs back here just in case they do break through. And then you've got a second line of defense. So there you go. They've stopped the tick with some smoke there. But all red have to do is buy some rocket RT and just hit that. It's only an Iltis. And another thing blue can do is get a CV up to here, but they're going to... So this mode tries Rozvedka's in a good spot, because if he gets up to there, he's going to kill this. And this needs to get to here to use its toes against these people. There's also no supply. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Like, he managed to get the recon heli behind. I think he's looking for FOBs, but he's against NATO, so it's quite rare to see a NATO FOB. One thing you can do with these is just leave it back here, and then basically you'll... on landed, and then you'll see the planes as soon as they come in, which gives you early access on the planes, and that's a much better use of it than just driving it over the enemy resupply road and dying, which is what's happened there. OGB's out, probably going to get that ACAV. It's a big chunky bomb, that one, so down it goes. And the engineer's dragging, these guys can just walk into them, they'll be fine. And they should walk into them because they have a minimum range. Tornado's out, it's going to eat 4 KUBS again. And that CV went down because Desatniki just ran in because this Lux wasn't here defending it. Although obviously, yeah, if you bring the Lux up, they might get shot by a Conquer, so you could put it there, I guess. And Red are back on a +3. Yeah. This is, it's looking pretty stalematey, so we're just going to speed it up a bit until something happens. So blue, they've loaded some guys back up, and they're going to try and make a play over here. Red are basically just clearing this out. Red do see this, and because all the cover is so small in this game, that's basically just perfect to be MLRS'd. As is this, as is this, as is this, as is this. You know, that's... And then people say MLRS is too strong. It's not, it's the maps. It's... So... Is that howitzer or panzer mortar? Okay. And, yeah. They're building up for an attack here, so we'll just fast forward until that happens. These 2 M1A ones are probably going to... Okay. She sees that because of the BGS. There must be some heavy arty back here somewhere. There is, some 110. So the Abrams should win that fight, but they're just let... Now they've got no recon, so... Guess not. Over here, these FS Jaeger are just running across the field without AA into these helicopters. Sort of what 35Y is all about, helicopters. Is he going to get it? He will, but he's going to die to the many KUBS. Oh, actually, he doesn't even get this, it survives. So yeah, I think this is just another one of those games that just comes down to the opener. Also, you know, if you've bought these, you need to use them for something. Just buying more. Right, so they're doing the smoke thing again, but the problem he's got is that the enemy is just running across the field, so you need to smoke this corner so that he's got further to run, and then get some fire support here so that you can... Because what you're essentially doing is giving him a bridge to run in to the sea. Like, you've just helped him. You've just helped him. And also, that was pretty embarrassing. So I don't know, when I wanted to cast this game, Christmas Island Propaganda. There you go. See, another all cover on this map is exactly the dispersion of a grad. Really good map design. Yeah. He was like, you should make fun of my brother, but I mean, your brother didn't just lose a tank CV. Your brother didn't lose 2 CVs here, although he did waste his entire forward deployment, which is sort of why you're in this situation to begin with. So 6 and 1 1/2 dozen of the other. Here we go, something's happening. He accidentally sent the mortars forwards with everybody else, and these men are unloading. The M113s do provide stuff. I mean, the Lux should really be helping out, and like this, I guess there's got no targets. That's diving a bit deep, but this IHawk's out of rounds. I'm sure that's your brother's fault as well. Yeah, this is too aggressive, really. You don't have to do this, but it's not being punished. at all, really, because this IHawk's out of round. 2 SUs out, probably going to go on that Sultan. And yeah, that's all dead. What they could have done, they've got so many units here, is coordinated those attacks so that these guys also attack potentially down this road. You come down this road, you've got more opportunities to get shot by ATGMs. But there's a lack of synergy here. Between these two family members. So yeah, this is a very over game. I mean, this is the mistake was really made at the start with the FS Jaeger. If they contested this town, they wouldn't have to attack for the rest of the game, and attacking is very, very difficult. I am surprised that Pazuzu has not brought any. No, he has. We've seen it. There are the grads, but he didn't bring a fob, which is interesting. A fob is 1 cub and 1 supply, basically. So he definitely could have afforded that fob and got 3 cubs instead of 4. And yeah, they're pushing without AA. They need like Gepids in there or something. And the grads, yeah, okay. So there's like a last ditch run across the field here, but it's just not gonna work, right? I mean, for some reason there's tanks here as well. Lots of planes, lots of helicopters. IHawk got sniped by the AT plane, and yeah, this was a deployment loss. IHawk dies to the seed, so more air bully. Now there's 3 SUs here. One did get hit there, I think. No? LGB's going for Fliegerfaust. So yeah, it just came down to that opener. Just if he brought I've said it enough times, got the FS Jaeger in here, right? Then you can, use the Lars to clear this part out and move your way through the town. It's obviously more difficult if you're on the blue side because this can snipe your reinforcements, whereas this can't snipe you could use this road basically, and then this can't snipe your reinforcements, except maybe a little bit. So the Lars, 2 Lars, but yeah, I mean they lost a long time ago. There's a lot of dead blue on my screen, just getting bullied by helicopters and planes. Just not enough. Like some stingers would have been good. Yeah, that was a rough one, dude. That was a rough one. So Mikhail comes up with my name. Pazuzu, 13 NATO games. He's playing Pact. So MysticSalami, 4 games. And Christmas Island Propaganda, 0 games. At least in ranked this season. So quite new players. And these guys have a lot more games than these. Mikhail, I think, probably has more ranked games this season than everybody else here put together. Because, yeah, Pazuzu, quite a lot of total games. Mystic, 100. Propaganda, 650. But, yeah, that was rough, dude. And I think if they'd done that FS Jaeger deployment better, this wouldn't have been so one-sided. And they might have still lost later or something, but it really did come down to that deployment. So GG, and please do leave a comment, let me know what you think.